Just do a quick video here on how to sharpen a D-bit cutter. In a previous video that is almost watchable, I made this D-bit. Since then I've put some ugly looking reliefs on the back edge, which really don't matter all that much. But I'm going to drop you down and just show you the process here. Pay no attention to the stuff in the kitchen. So I have here a Sharpie. I've applied Sharpie to the flat surface of the cutter. This is tricky to get in focus, but there I think you can see what we're looking at here. And so this will show you where the material removes. Since we ground this with a round stone, it has a hollow grind, which makes it easier to sharpen. I have here a flat diamond stone. And if I take a relatively smooth spot and just do this, you will very quickly see where the high spots are. So let's see if I can get the light to show you. There we go. Can you see that? So you see that there's a little spot towards the tip on the edge that is our left. That is the cutting edge as the cutter rotates clockwise. So it scoops this way. And this crude looking grind with the purple that you can see right there shows where I remove material behind the cutting edge but not directly along that. That allows this to bite a little bit better. This is essentially a form tool, so the deeper you plunge it, the more tool load it is and the more prone to stall out or bind or chatter it is. So basically, as you initially start, this tool will cut very easily, and the closer you get to home, the more careful you have to be. I would frequently use a cutting oil. In the case of aluminum, WD-40 is fine. I know machinists have strong opinions about that. I currently don't have any, but I've got a similar oil, and that works just fine to keep this from binding out and flush out the sort of scrapey looking chips that you get from this. They're almost like long splinters. Machinists are typically looking for big, pretty chips that show that they're carrying away the heat load and going to have a long, sharp tool life. We really don't care about that for a DIY project like this. We want good surface finish and repeatable cavity to cavity. And if we have to touch up our tool periodically, that's not a big deal. So you'll notice that, let's see if I can show it. There's a little area that doesn't have as wide a bright spot towards the tip, about an 1/8 inch from the tip. Now that would be a dull part of our cutter because there's a little bit of a curve to this, and that's a low spot. Fortunately, we have a solution. Here I have a Spyderco brand ceramic triangular rod, and I'm just going to let this follow it. And the nice thing about this rod is you can get it on its edge, and you have a smaller radius that will follow into details. And I can check on the backside and make sure I've not made a burr just by feel. Well, let's get that in camera. And I'm not, so simply by doing this I can touch it up and keep a nice sharp cutting edge. Probably better to pull towards the cutting edge to avoid the creation of a burr. And if we are worried about a burr, we can do a light dressing on the back side like this. Just be careful not to roll it over and blunt your edge. Anyway,